My name once again is Honorable Goodluck Arimitan. I'm from Sapele local government, and by extension, I'm also a member of the People's Democratic Party, the Sapele local government. Well, as for who I am, I've told you my name is Arimitan Goodluck. I tend to contest this election because I know I'm eminently qualified to run for the chairmanship of Sapele local government. First and foremost, so let's just look at my pedigrees in terms of my contribution to the socio-political development of Sapele local government, and by extension PDP as a political party. In the year 2005, I emerged as the chairman at a campaign organization where I was vying for the chairmanship of Sapele local government. In that era, being the chairman, I constituted a body of the three wise men. The three wise men then were responsible with the coordination and planning of the chairmanship process for to emerge. And by the grace of God, after very serious work, we were able to deliver precisely 2008-2009. And when Atose emerged, he left office 2012. By 2012, I became secretary of Sapele local government transition committee in precisely 2012. I exited that office in 2014. In that same year, 2014, in preparation for the governorship election of Senator Okowa, I also emerged as a top-notch member in the PDP campaign council. I participated very, very seriously, and in fact, I doubled as the chairman of my ward, the PDP campaign council, Ward 4. In 2019 election, I emerged again as assistant coordinator. Chief PD was the chairman of the PDP campaign council, while my organ, our brother, Honorable Austin emerged as the coordinator, and they nominated me as an assistant coordinator. I did all the running arounds, coordinated the entire local government, got all the agent lists from each unit in Sapele local government, running as about day in, day out to ensure that we had a seamless election. And by the grace of God, the elections were also very successful. In that same year, I also assisted in coordinating Chief Eugene Inwaga's primaries. It was just me and him, because Eugene is a very careful person. It was both of us that went ahead to go about the consultation and planning, and by the grace of God, he also emerged successful. And again, within that period, because of the kind of person I am, I'm always ready to serve. I also coordinated Chief Anira's primaries. 2019, coordinated his primaries. It was in that primaries he emerged successful, and eventually became a member of the State House. There are other contributions in the same year. In 2020, Eugene Inwaga nominated me as his chief strategist because he believes in my impact, in my abilities to make changes. As his chief strategist, I was also responsible with the day-to-day planning of most of the council activities. I was doing his media work, always showcasing his activities, his success stories, and most of his achievements, talking to the media. Even this year media, I spoke to you severally, yes, sir, concerning Eugene's achievements as regards his developmental strides. I think in 2023, I was also on ground, doing the groundwork for so many leaders. 2020, yes, because of the hard work, my input so far, the political activities in Sapele, I was like an arsenal, very responsible. The leaders have confidence in me. I was also elected member representing the PDP, Sapele local government in PDP Delta Central. And I've been very active in that capacity, been working day in, day out to ensure that the party succeeds. In the 2023, in that very election, I also emerged the Director Mobilization Committee of Sapele local government PDP Council. You see, I haven't done all this, and many others I cannot remember. In fact, in 2023, that's in 2023, I was also nominated to join hands with the former Commissioner for Information, Charles Aniagu, to conduct the primary elections of Warri Southwest, where Oporu emerged as the winner. That was in 2023. I was not on ground in Sapele local government when that primaries was done. We were sent to Warri Southwest to conduct their primaries. It was due to the benevolence of Honorable Eugene Inwaga and our brother, my oga, my friend, Austin Ayemi Dejo. They actually did that nomination. So all along I've been working, and like my oga will always say, Austin Ayemi Dejo will always say, that it's most repugnant to the natural laws of justice and equity that those who have been working should not benefit. You see, all these years I've been working for the party. In fact, whenever I get stuff, they call upon me. There was a time in the history of this local government, in fact, when Eugene emerged as chairman of the local government, considering his level of trust bestowed on me and my antecedents so far as it regards capacity. So I was also nominated by the leaders when there were problems in the Sapele market. The Sapele market was in the hands of some cabals, some political leaders who had close affinity with the governor at the state level. They shared the market stores to themselves and their families. In fact, particularly, let me not mention names, I don't think it's right. There's a major family that had about 400 stores. Another group at 400 like that. So they had to pick on me and Barrister Okrikpo, Korodudu Benson, Teyan Hiabe, and Barrister Mike Egbune to go to the rescue of the market. In fact, Okrikpo was the chairman. Within the first few days, when he saw the attack of the community youths and those area boys, they attacked us because the people who hijacked these stores were using those people to work against us, to fight against the government, to ensure that they had their ways. So with the first attack, Okrikpo had to back out because he felt he claimed that his life was under threat, and I was thereby nominated as the chairman. As I speak with you, with the help of Chief Benson Okorodudu, who was also very active in the committee. He's a man who believes in reality. When he says yes, it's yes. Barrister Egbune was also on ground. Teyan Hiabe, they assisted me as chairman of the committee, and we were able to recover all the shops back to government. As I speak with you, all the shops now pay their rents. All the shop owners now pay their rentages to the Sapele Local Government Council. As against the status quo when shops, the monies accruable from the shops goes into individual pockets. You see, my story is deep as to why I want to contest. The story is actually deep. It's deep in the sense that, and just like the biblical David, you see, if you go to the Bible, specifically in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 1, you find out that the Lord spoke after rejecting Saul. He spoke and he told Samuel, go to Jesse's house. I'm going to pick a king from his home. Who was this king? David. But nobody knew it. In fact, at the end of the day, if you look at chapter 11, you find that, if you look at verse 11, you find out that Jesse brought 7 of his children. He brought 7 of his children, and Samuel saw the 7 and said, the person that the Lord asked me to anoint is not here. And he asked him further, are these the only children you're having? And Jesse said no. But the other one is not looking good in appearance. He's in the forest. He's always in the forest, leading the sheep. And he said, call that one, let me see him. And the Lord said, nobody should sit until David comes. So eventually they brought in David, and the moment he saw David and the Lord spoke, I said, yes, arise and anoint him, because this is the anointed one. This is going to be the king of Israel. Why is it like that? Because all David's life, he was in the bush working for his father. He who deserves anything should be given. Like some leaders would say, that if you have worked hard to deserve anything in your life, you don't actually need the sympathy of men. All you need is the grace of God that is abundant to those that believes. You see, the pain here in Sapele local government is very surprising. That the formation, there's always this cabal. They prefer greenhorns, people that does not have pedigrees, those who have not actually worked for the party, those people that just came on board without antecedents. They have never worked for anybody. They have, in fact, they lose their wards, they lose their units in every election. These are the same people they prefer to those people with capacity like us. I have served, I have paid my dues, and I have also cut my teeth politically. Therefore, I deem it fit to contest this election because I'm eminently qualified academically, I have my first degree in mass communication. I have 2 second degrees. I have 2 second degrees, and currently I'm pursuing my PhD. So if any aspirant or anybody thinks there is any other aspirant anywhere in this local government that is more qualified than myself, I will support that person to project that candidate. I've cut my teeth. I served every leader in this local government. I've participated in every election, not just as a member of the party, but as a leader who has been, listening to directives of the leadership of the party. Every assignment I've been sent, I actually delivered on those assignments. So I think I'm better than every other person. I just pray that the leadership of the party should look my way, because those who have capacity should be allowed to reign.